Hey Dan. As we saw in the cutscene after the last mission, the spy Crix Madine, who had been providing information to the rebellion about the Dark Trooper project, has been captured and is awaiting execution in an Imperial detention center. So our mission, as Janors explains it, is to break him out by first breaking ourselves in. Sounds like an ambitious plan, but hey, all the best heroes have to break into a detention center every now and then, right? Now, the detention facility, as she describes it, is very large and complex, very well secured, and we need to get to the N block, where Crix Madine is being held, or sort of a stylized N there. She also explains that it has two elevators, one going to the low security area, one to the high security area where Crix Madine will be held, and we'll need to get some code keys in order to access his cell. She also advises stealth over the direct approach. We'll see if we can pull that off. So, well, let's pop ourselves in here. Alright. Now, it does say, use stealth where possible, but, well, let's be honest, there really isn't a way around any of these stormtroopers in the first section. Now, this level does have quite a few secrets in it, and I believe there's 14 in total. They are actually, for the most part, pretty easy to spot, and I'll show you how when we come across the first one. But to start with, we are once again making our way through these sort of gray cliffs at the outside of this facility. We'll clear away some of these stormtroopers and other targets, staying away from that Imperial probe droid and trying not to get too close to the edge and falling down, because that chasm there will simply kill you. And you might be able to spot one or two Imperial commandos over there. Yes, let's see if we can take out that one there. Oh, there's another across the way. We can also change to the repeater, which is a little bit more accurate over long distances. And, well, let's head on back, actually, and let's have a look at that building from the outside. That is the exterior to the detention facility. We'll get another Imperial probe droid out of the way as well. Come on now. There we are. Nope, nope, there we go. So yes, this is one of those levels that likes having chasms into which you can fall down accidentally. But fairly straightforward to begin with. Here's another vantage point where we could possibly take out one or two, or have they all been taken care of? Alright. Not a problem. Continuing on. Very good. Now, once we activate this switch here, that will bring over the timed platform, or shuttle, as they refer to it. And there is a commando on that there. I had to look up a few things to, I'll be honest, to figure out how to complete this mission, because it does get a little bit of maze-like towards the end. There's some backtracking you have to do, and I need a little help to get it all done. Yep. And here I am being shot at. Alright. Now, again, those little red circles there act as activation switches or triggers, so if you shoot them once, they will open the doors to let you inside. You can see others up there and on this side as well, and those will raise up this platform here, which we'll do in a moment. But first, I'm going to come around here, and you'll see they've left a thermal detonator here. It's very good. And the reason they've done that, once we come in here and we see that these fellows have been taken care of, is that you'll notice this wall has this very obvious sort of crack, several cracks, and maybe a patch has been applied to it, or rivets, or who knows what. But what you want to do is just... I hit the wrong button there. All right. I was standing right next to it. I meant to drop the thermal detonator and then walk backwards, but yes, what you need to do is cause an explosion to get the wall to open up, and then, oh, here's your little secret area. And now we have a new item, which is the mine, the IM mine. And you can either put them down and they will act as a timer, a timed bomb. I think it's about 3 seconds or so before they go off. Or you can hit Z, do the secondary fire, and it will act like a regular landmine and go off when somebody steps into its proximity. Alright, now let's switch to the Briar for a moment and just hit that switch there. Very good. And we're not going to go down that one just yet. We're going to head across this way and clear out this section. Oh, stormtrooper there. Oh yes, another thing to be wary of is that a lot of the walls inside the detention center will reflect your blaster bolts. Now, one way to get around that is to use the fusion cutter, which does not bounce or reflect. So you can use that to keep yourself a little bit safer. Have a look down here and see if there's anyone we can take care of from up on high. Maybe not, or we can always try the old thermal detonator. And there's probably 1 or 2 folks down there. Nope, oh, they may have gone already. But there was this second secret here, so I'm just going to use the good old landmine. And do keep a good distance away from them. Oh, you can see even that I was too close to the explosion. Luckily, there are some shields in here to recharge you. And now you can use this switch to move that. Let's see, what does that do? It opens up a doorway somewhere along your path, but what you can also do is drop down here. And this is back on that side where we began. On that side of the bridge. Ah, yes, very good. We can come in here, take care of these folks here, get rid of that probe droid. That officer was taken out by the explosion. Very good. This switch will bring down the little elevator that you need to use, or rising platform. And before I get myself too turned around, just want to do a double check, make sure I cleared all that. And back in this room, turn on the, oh, there we are. Use the correct mode on the thermal detonator, so just hitting Z to drop it. Let it explode and open up the wall. Now I'm going to turn on the headlight so we can see what's inside of here. And sure enough, we've got an Imperial interrogator and a few extra things in there. It's just remnants of the droid. Turn that headlight off. Very good. So yes, as I was saying, you can pretty easily tell where a lot of the secrets are, but there are some others that are hidden in the more standard way. Continuing on, we'll head up here, and you can see that now we are in the first part of the detention blocks. And this is, you might call level 1 or level I. Again, they sort of use the stylized lettering that they have. I know there's a different kind of alphabet. Now we can just hit that switch and go down to the next level, but instead, I want to show you something cool here. So headlight on again. Here is yet another one of those doors, or rather walls, that can be turned into a door. Oh, come on now. How close does that need to be, really? Have I gotten it? No. Alright, I'm just going to try to throw it straight there. Ow. Too close. Alright. Now, they do try to hide this from you by making you need to use your headlight to see it all. Very good. But up there as well is another secret. So let's see. Well, yeah, let's use another landmine. So I'm just going to drop one, and then I'm going to run away a full distance. There we go. If I come back in here, oh, there we are. You can hear there was another landmine up there, which went off when I got close enough. But you can jump up here into this area, and if I turn the headlight off, it's still bright enough to see things. You just sort of end up in this odd room here. You know, that's the place you just came out of. And across the other side is this Imperial door, which has something blocking your path. Now, if you turn around, you'll notice this kind of diagram schematic here. And this is actually a hint about how you are supposed to proceed to the very end of the level. Now, normally what you would need to do is go all the way through the detention blocks, get the red key, and then come back to, well, I'll take you there, actually. Let's see, I need to jump out. Oh, jump? If I jump over here. No, wait. There's a bit of jumping in this level, and I never had much luck with it. But let's see. Alright, so let's do a shift run and jump. Very good. Alright. So normally, we would come to this point. You see, we need to collect the red key, because this is the red key door. But actually, if you find these two secrets, you are actually on the other side of that red key door, and I'll show you what I mean. Just gonna run back. Ooh, I'm completely in the darkness here. There we are. Yes, so we've gone through there, and if we follow this around, you'll see that this here is that red key door. Again, this is where the game expects you to come back to once you have the red key. And then once you have it, you go through there. You are meant to get the elevators, both of them, to specific locations. Now, I'm going to see if I can recreate it. Instead of taking the elevator down, you can use this exterior switch to send it down one level. And if we backtrack through here, headlight on so we can see everything, and jump down here again. So you can see, instead of coming through the red key door, which is there, we have come through the secret, little secret explosion door. Yeah, let's call them that, explosion door. And now if we open up this again, we'll see that suddenly there is nothing blocking our path, because what was blocking our path before was the elevator. So now that we've sent it down one level, we can actually drop down, lose a small amount of health, but not a huge amount of health. And we're being shot at from people below us. I guess we can shoot through at least part of this grating here. Let's see, are we actually gonna get anybody out? Oh well, we can always just head over here to this door and drop down into this section here. And once again, we're going to find ourselves looking at a door that we are supposed to reach over there, but there isn't an elevator there. Now, I'm going to see if I can do this in a jump and sort of land on that platform just in front of the door. But if not, I will fall down and I will be on top of the second elevator. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Oh, very good. So, yeah, normally you would need to move through the level, get the second elevator into the correct position, move back, get the red key, get the first elevator to the correct position, and then use the red key on that door, drop onto the first elevator, drop onto the second elevator, and come to this point. Now, I'm hoping that I haven't broken the game and that this is actually meant to be the stealthy route where you don't have to face as many enemies. Hang on, I'm going to turn my light off and turn my goggles on, because I do think there is, yes, there is a, what do you call that, a turret up there. Let's see, can I do it with this one here? I always have trouble hitting these things. Have I done it? Possibly. Alright, I always get worried about those turrets. Alright, let's switch over to the headlamp here. Actually, let's turn everything off. Try to save our battery. Very good. Alright, so we come through there, and just trying to remember if there's a secret in this room. I think, yes, this wall here can be destroyed. Let's give that a shot. Yes, very good. Oh! Yes, be very careful. There are sections in this level where you can use thermal detonators to set off landmines ahead of you so that you don't have to risk any damage. The other way that you can set them off is by quickly running towards them and then running back, because as you can hear, they do have a slight little click, little beep that they give before they detonate. So it's just a small amount of warning, but it is enough to get you in and out safely. All right, let's move through here. And wonderful, we have come to the trash compactor. There is a Dianoga down in that water there that I would really like to get rid of before I drop in. No. Very good. And another secret is here. So here's the trash compactor, and you can sort of see it there. On the wall is another one of these little areas we can jump into. And I believe there's a, yes, there's a full revive, so that's good, because we have been definitely taking some damage along the way. And I'll keep my headlight on for a moment just to show you sort of where we're at. Actually, no, that's all right. All right, so we have a series of platforms here where you need to jump from one side to another while avoiding this trash compactor in the center. So you kind of have to time your jumps on where the other platform is and where you are. Now, they aren't in sync with one another, so sometimes you do have to wait a couple of times before you before everything is lined up perfectly. Let's see, I'll try this one now. Very good, all right. And now for the last one, you can see, oh, you can't see anything because the piston of the trash compactor is in the way. But you should see at the very top, yes, there's a platform we need to jump to. So I'm going to let that trash compactor come all the way down. I'll let it go all the way back up. It is a bit disorienting. And then when it's all the way at the top and the platform I'm on is at the top, a quick run and a jump. Very good. Oh, light off. And now we can shoot some people in the kneecaps. Or the shins, really. Make our way around here. There just seems to be, for whatever reason, you know, a low little access window here, which you think you wouldn't want leading to the trash compactor, because that does seem, well, unsanitary and smelly, honestly. Alright, so there is a landmine ahead of us, so I'm going to shift, run towards it, and run back. Still not quite far enough, but you can see the shields mostly took that. We'll come in here. I don't think there's anything else in here. And once we're out here, we will be in the Imperial Detention Center. Now, by doing this, you're skipping a good half of the level easily. Very good. Which I suppose is technically the stealthy route. So, you know, long before games like, you know, Hitman allowed you the option of, you know, taking alternate paths and routes, depending on how stealthy or how deadly you wanted to be. Here was an option in LucasArts Dark Forces. Alright, so now we have reached the N, or the stylized N, level. And we have, again, one of these code input sections where we need to get code keys from the Imperial officers to know what to do. Now, if you didn't know where to go from here, you could always just brute force through all of the permutations, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we know exactly where we need to go, and hopefully this works. You can open this door, which is locked if you try to go the you know, the heavy gun options of just shooting everybody and coming through the front door. This door will be sealed and locked, and there is no way to get in there once it is locked from that side, so you have to take the long route around through the trash compactor, over the elevators, and all of that. Instead, we have code keys 1 and 2, and we're going to enter those in. Now, code key 1, we hit F1 and we can go into our inventory. See that code key 1 is sort of a fancy D, what I think of as being like a lowercase sigma, like, you know, in physics and math we would use, you know, this lowercase sigma to denote certain variables, and then 2, you know, upward facing arrows, sort of to like a mountain range sort of a thing. So let's go back. So we have the, oop, not firing, but spacebar. All right, so the stylized D, the sort of sigma, and you may have heard right there was the sound of a door opening, and that will be this one here, which just has a couple of Imperial interrogation droids in there. I'm not sure why, but we do get some power cells out of that. Now, sort of the side effect of me taking the sneaky route in is that, well, I don't have the as much ammunition because I haven't been, you know, finding all of the secrets and everything else. There's also an option to find a secret where they will give you one of the next weapons, which is the grenade launcher, or the mortar, I believe it's called. But, you know, we're just going to leave that behind, because we are trying to do this, you know, this sneaky way. And we'll enter code key 2, which is, again, the little mountain range, the X, and a stylistic R. So let's do that. Mountain range, X, and the R. And we heard the door open up, and here's the man of the hour.
Okay, Jan, I rescued Madine.
Don't hang around, let's get out of here before any more troopers arrive.
Now, fortunately, the game does not ask us to traipse around the detention center with Crix Madine in tow. we just get to leave. So we'll hit escape. And that's the end of the mission. And let's see what they have to say after this. Alright, it just goes on to the briefing for the next one. Alright, Dan, well that is the sneaky way, at least, of getting Crix Madine back out of the detention center. I'll be honest, I did rely on a walkthrough for this one a lot more heavily than I usually do. Normally I just try to play through the level and get familiar with it and try to find what secrets I can. But in this one I got pretty confused by that whole business of moving the elevators to the correct level and then coming back to nearly the beginning of the level to enter in through that red key door. It was a little confusing. It wasn't quite clear to me what I was supposed to be doing, so rather than, bump around confused for half an hour, I just looked it up, which is, perfectly fine. I mean, I was having fun. And now we have Crix Madine safely out. I think personally, using that, little skip at the beginning of using the secret entrance instead of going all the way down to get the red key and then coming back up, while it does save a lot of time, it's still a lot of fun to go through the whole level and find all the other secrets, get to explore more of what that facility looks like, and of course, to collect the concussion mortar. But I'm sure we'll get a chance to play around with that one in another level. Alright, Dan. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.